suggested that we meet under a disused jetty by the river.
Disused Yeti?
Hi, welcome to Disused Yeti. I'm Risa Romano.
That's Warren.
No, you're supposed to go.
Oh. My name's Ken. I'm always last.
His name is Ken Zider, though. I'm going to put this in every
It's
time.
my dream that one day we will make it all.
And I'm Warren.
I didn't know it meant so much to you. We can do it again. I'll do it right.
Oh, should we do it again?
Sure.
All right.
It's all just
1,
gonna
2,
be
3,
an
go.
outro. Hi, welcome to Disused Yeti. I'm Risa Romano.
I'm Ken. You're not getting the last name.
Zider. It's Ken Zider.
And that's
I expected a witty thing.
It's a little bizarre, but I feel like a lot of the
Bizarre's
stuff from
good,
that time
though.
kind of all
Yeah.
sort of was in that vein.
Well, Bizarre was kind of Seven's thing, too.
Yeah.
I like 7.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I like 7 too. I just had a really hard time figuring out like an episode. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have a coworker that cosplays at 7.
Yeah, I know someone who
Really?
goes
Yeah.
with 7.
He does 7, and he always has someone do Ace with him.
Oh, that's cool.
He made the jacket. He's like has plans. Like he has plans
That's kind of
for
funny.
all the pins and buttons
That's
and
kinda
whatever
funny.
and where exactly they go.
That's
funny.
cool.
And
That's
he's like
kinda funny.
constantly like, oh, here's a better version of this pin that
That's
he's
kinda
always
funny.
trying to find.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's kind of funny.
Yeah. And he
That's
keeps
fun.
the umbrella at work, so it's always
Plus,
like
I
right
really
next to
hated
my
Ace.
desk.
Plus, I really hated Ace.
I loved Ace.
No. I hate the idea of Ace. She was really cute, and I get the sort of idea that she was actually good at like what she was supposed to be doing, acting. I hated the concept of Ace. The whole idea of instead of saying yay or cool or awesome, she said Ace! Oh,
Because of that one thing.
It was
so
the 80s.
bad. That's so
It was the
bad.
80s. You go to hell and you die.
Sorry.
That's always have to be on thing.
Yes, she loves things.
She loves your
She's
bag.
trying to climb into my
Like, you
purse.
bring her a different bag every week,
She
it
tries
seems,
to
and
climb
every
in.
time she's like, this is mine.
Oh, speaking of which, this is Scraps. Everybody knows Scraps,
This is
but
Scraps.
but Domino is off camera, and she's
Being
doing
adorable.
doing
Trying
kind
to
of cute,
climb
very cute
into my
things.
bag.
Yeah, she really likes the cute things. It's very
Yeah.
cute. And now she'll probably start biting things.
I did feel a little bit bad about not choosing a Perry just because I don't like her, but she is like his main companion, and Mel's actually the companion. She's so annoying.
Which one was Perry? Was she the one that
She
was
was
like
the-
super into
she was-
fitness
she
and
was the-
everything?
No, that
She
was
was-
Mel.
She
Perry
was the
Okay.
pretty
was
one.
the one before that
Oh,
Okay.
the pretty one. She was the pretty one.
that
Sorry.
Laura liked for obvious reasons.
Sorry.
She was the American. She was the American.
Okay,
Yeah, the
there you go.
American.
Yeah, she didn't do a great accent, did she?
Oh, she did a
That
horrible
was a big
one.
part of the problem for me. Is I was so annoyed by her accent.
Wasn't like her very first appearance like in a bikini?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I hate this doctor, I hate this doctor. Whoa, who's she? Holy crap!
Hello!
Hello, nurse!
But because she's so very much like the sixth Doctor companion, I did feel a little bit bad about choosing one that she's not in.
And she also dies off camera. That's
She
the other
died
thing I
before
remember
that,
her. Yeah. Even though
Well,
then they
and
say
they're like,
she
oh,
didn't.
no, she's not really dead.
Right.
I call
Like,
bullshit on that. I think that they were
whatever.
trying to like soften the blow
Oh,
for the doctor
yeah.
because they felt bad
Yeah.
for putting him on
She
trial
gets
for something.
married to somebody or something.
Who she would never marry.
Which
She
is-
marries like the Savage King dude.
Right, or something.
which she
Yeah. I
wouldn't,
was like,
so.
what?
I'm doing the 5-ish Doctors reboot.
Yeah.
I really tried. I tried to, and I'm just like, I've watched so little because I
Yeah.
can't stand it. I
Yeah.
just can't stand. I
Yeah.
hate
Yeah.
so much about.
Yeah.
And I know it's not his fault. Like I've read interviews with him, and he's all like, "We were supposed to have this arc where he started as
Yeah.
gruff and then be a better person."
I do feel like he got.
And I've read a
very
lot
much
of
up there.
comics.
And he got fired off the show
Yeah.
two seasons in, so he didn't even get to finish
Yeah.
whatever the arc was.
Whatever
Exactly.
they were
So
gonna
like,
do,
I totally feel for the guy,
Yeah.
and he's not a bad actor, and he's
No,
so funny and likable in that. And I've actually read like some of the comic strips with him, and the comic version is a lot better.
Yeah, and I bet
Are
the
they?
finish is probably really good too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and he like as a person seems just like the coolest guy.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had done that another season with him just to give him that arc
Yeah.
and give him that redemption.
Redeemable.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt we got a little bit of redemption in 5-ish Doctors reboot.
Yeah, I do feel like the whole Trail of the Time Lord season, he is a softer version.
Yeah.
But he never quite got to be like the likable doctor.
Yeah.
I know that there are people who like he's their favorite and that's great.
Yeah.
But he did kind of get stuck with some unfortunate.
Oh yeah. The two doctors. And there's also that weird explanation about like how he and Jamie, I think it's Jamie that he's traveling with. It's like how are you guys like old? How is this?
Yeah, because clearly they're both like aged quite a bit. But I think are they still pretending that they're supposed to be like the? Jamie was like he was like a very, very, very young adult.
Totally. And I think they were just pretending that they were youngish, but obviously they weren't. And it was like, this is odd.
Suspension of belief.
I really hate 6. I know, but I mean, and I know it's not his fault. And I really hated 6. Oh, I really hated 6. Man, I hated 6. I mean, that was just so painful.
Oh, the costume. I feel that. You know what costume he wanted? He wanted the Christopher Eccleston costume. That was what he had been trying to convince him to do. And they put him in that coat.
They should have just let him do what he wanted.
Celery.
If they had done...
So that was 5.
Yeah, that was
That's
5.
5
had celery.
I'll look into that.
I'm pretty sure we have the same 5 also.
Oh, great. We're in this weird place where it's like not cold but not hot, and so it's like screwing with my. And so I had to blow my nose. I thought I'd let them know. I just thought I'd let them know.
People need to blow their nose. You don't have to go into the scientific ramifications of why you would need to blow your nose.
Mucus glands.
I hate you so much.
I went with Black Orchid.
Is Agatha Christie in it?
Agatha Christie's not in it, which is a mark against it.
Okay.
So I like it. It's like it's not. There's nothing going on. The Doctor's playing cricket for half of this serial, and they've
gone through those things too. Didn't 9? I want to say 9 had an Agatha Christie type. No, I'm sorry, not 9. Had to have been 10.
Yeah, that was why he said Agatha Christie.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. Obviously wasn't those things. Never mind.
I'm important sometimes. They
Well,
did a great fucking robot chicken on that. Oh my god, it's so funny because they're sitting there with like executives in a boardroom going like, okay, everybody hates Wesley Crusher. What do we do? Well, we could write his character to be better and more relatable and actually be enjoyable. Fuck that! We're giving him an imaginary sidekick! Adric and Wesley Crusher were the same fucking person.
So incredibly unlikable. It's like, what the hell were they thinking? And they had so many characters. At that point, there wasn't Nyssa and...
The revolving door of 5 is baffling to me. I don't understand why they felt... I understand, like, having a team, that's cool, but there were so many people and they were in and out all the time.
Yes.
And it kind of started with 4, actually, because
You're right.
He met Adric, and then he met Nyssa, but neither of them were companions. And then he met Tegan, and then they all started coming back somehow.
Yeah.
And then like they were all 3 converged when he regenerated, and he was like, "Well, I guess you're my companion."
Yeah,
what was going on?
It's like, oh god, stop already.
Familiar faces, because
like
4 had
and then
been...
like Turlo showed up, and then Perry showed. It was all very strange.
I think it was just to keep familiar faces, because 4 was there for so long.
Yeah.
No, and that's true.
How often do you think he had to change the celery in his pocket, though?
Pretty regularly. I mean,
like every day was it just a
and
new...
he's running around with
Did
it?
he eat it? Did he ever eat it?
Well, there is an explanation in, I think, Caves of Androzani.
I
Do
vaguely
you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
It was something about, I think it was some, he didn't eat it, but it was supposed to be like some counteracting some sort of thing.
Yeah, I know there was like a reasoning for it, but like, did you ever just go, oh, I'm gonna eat this, have a nice little
I don't think we've ever seen him eat celery.
He should have.
He should have.
You know what would be
just
great?
like he's a little hungry.
Remember when they did that little anniversary thing or whatever with 10 and 5?
Yeah.
That little short? It would have been great if 10 just pulled it out of his pocket and just started eating it.
Oh, that would be very funny.
Like, that would have just made me lose my shit.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Didn't they write K9 out entirely because it was just too easy of a fix? Like, oh, something's going down, and oh, we're all gonna die, and then K9 comes and
I think that they actually were having problems with the machine itself because it could only, like, if they weren't on a flat surface.
Yeah,
so like if there was gravel, they were screwed. K9 couldn't come out.
Wasn't that the same thing they had the problem with Daleks on? I mean, Daleks only hovered after you know what I mean? After they figured out effects
But I'm
and
sure,
stuff,
like,
you know?
anytime they did the Daleks, it was easy to just go, well, the Daleks are only going to attack on spaceships or in cities or something.
I suppose that's true.
But,
yeah,
like,
you're
K9,
right.
like, they're going all
Other
over the
places
freaking
and
universe.
things, you're
They're
right,
on
2
you're
million,
right.
it was the
planets.
same
You're
problem.
right,
Anytime
yeah.
they tried to introduce like a robot companion, it was always a problem because then the robot wouldn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember K9 kind of fondly, and
I like K9.
but the funny thing is, I can't remember specific plots that were basically solved by K9, and I remember reading that was an issue. Like writers were just like saying, "Oh, we're just gonna have this complicated thing here, and it won't matter because K9 can come to the rescue."
It was probably like an
at the end
R2D2 thing where it's like, well, why don't you just get R2D2 to unlock the door?
Right.
Why don't you just get R2D2
Right,
to
exactly.
fucking hack the thing?
Exactly.
The blur to blur.
Exactly.
That's
No,
why
no,
he's
those-
asleep
those-
through all of Force Awakens.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
Also, there's BB-8.
bummed me out a little bit because
Yeah.
originally was very big.
Well, they probably also wanted BB-8 to be the new, you know what
Yeah.
And
I
I
mean?
thought I was gonna hate
Yeah.
him for that. I was like, oh, he's the new R2D2,
Yeah.
and then I actually really liked
See,
him.
I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be the new Ewok, because I just thought...
Oh
he's
no, the
too
Porgs are
fucking-
going to be the new
I
Ewoks.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
I hope that Porg chops. I hope he eats them.
Pork chops.
Come on. They're all over that fucking island. That has to be like his main source of food. And he can call them pork chops or pork fried rice. I'll bet porgs are delicious.
Tastes just like chicken.
I'll bet they're like a mix of chicken and beef or something.
Oh my god. City of Death. What's
John
that?
Cleese is in it.
Is he?
I do remember
He's in the
that.
very
Yes,
end, yeah.
yes. He's a shop owner or something,
No,
right?
he's like a really pretentious. When they go back to the gallery at the end, because it's the whole Mona
That's
Lisa
right.
thing, right?
That's
it's like
right.
him and the swimmer being really pretentious, looking at the TARDIS because they think it's a piece of art, and they're like, oh yeah, like trying to like come up with like
That's
the
right.
meaning behind it, and then the
Yeah.
Dark One Romana run inside, and it disappears.
Yeah.
Just,
I yeah, that's right. I remember that. That's right. So I really liked that episode, but again, it was almost only because of that. It was almost only because of
do
the
you know
two
who
of them.
wrote it?
No,
Douglas Adams.
I did know
Oh.
that. I did know that.
He was
I
actually the
did know
showrunner
that.
for, or they called it script editor at the time.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I did know that. I
I didn't know
know
he was
that.
actually showrunner.
Yeah. Well, in the like kind of extended universe, Leela went on to be Romana's bodyguard.
Oh.
Which I think is kind of
That is kinda
interesting,
cool.
just to kind of keep her in the.
I guess
universe.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How does Leela leave?
She stays behind, and they kind of insinuate a romance thing, which I choose not to believe.
Yeah,
This
it
is
was
stupid.
on a spaceship. That's all I remember.
But was it with
But it
Time
was-
Lord? I feel like maybe there were actually Time Lords, and she was kind of with the Time Lords.
Yeah, I kind of think you're right. I think you're right.
She stays behind at one point, one place where they go.
Okay.
She just
Yeah.
doesn't go.
Yeah.
She doesn't get back in the TARDIS.
This with his first companion. What is her name?
Liz Shaw.
Oh, I did not like Liz.
I loved
did
Liz.
not love Liz.
She's a scientist, and she's smart. And
I don't know. I feel like there was just absolutely nothing distinctive about her.
So you
I
didn't
don't-
think she was hot?
Whatever. You suck. Anyway,
but so that was mine. So
you're kind of right. That's true.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Dear
And I get
sir.
why you like 3, but I just don't like what the show was at that
We
time through
just
a lot of it.
cannot be friends any longer, Ken.
You're just mad because I pointed out the thing about what's her name not being hot. You just like her. The Master's great in it,
Yeah.
and I liked the sword fight scene
Yeah.
they did in that episode.
Yeah, I don't even remember the sword.
there's
fight.
a sword fight between the Doctor and the.
That's
Master.
actually how I found it, because I'm just like,
there's
I
a
went
real
on YouTube,
chance-
I'm like, best third Doctor moments, and that was one of the top things. I'm like,
There's
sword
there's
fight,
a real
okay.
chance I just like no, it's good.
Yeah.
It's like oh.
So how would you even know?
Because
Yeah.
I just remember how horrible those outfits were. It was like oh.
But see, they were funny to me, so I liked that.
My experience through the first 2 Doctors were in places miserable, just because so much of it is slow, so much of it is black and white. Never been necessarily a black and white person.
Used to, I had to sit through so many classic films that I've gotten to the point
Yeah,
where I
see, and
enjoy
I'm
it.
not that
Yeah.
guy. I am just not
I've
that
been
guy.
forced to watch Citizen Kane at every fucking film class I've ever taken. It's like they don't realize that we've already seen
We've
this
seen
movie
it
in
5
the last
times.
12 classes we've taken,
Yeah.
so they're showing it to us.
no. Yeah, and
No, if you're for some reason a film teacher and you're watching this, don't show your students Citizen Kane. They have already seen it.
show them clips. You can show them clips.
Don't show them Citizen Kane. You don't need to show them any of it. They've seen it.
Well, I'm just saying, if
They
you need to get a
dissected it,
point
they
across,
read
It is a great movie.
It's
yeah,
a great
and if you do need
But
to
yeah,
get
you
a
don't
but
need
I-
to watch it every
but you don't
fucking
need.
You
You're
don't
right.
need to watch it
Yeah,
every
I
class.
agree. I agree.
Yeah. I actually only had one teacher show it to me.
You're so lucky.
I don't know.
We'd seen Unit before, but we hadn't really seen
Not
Like-
like this.
like the nuts
I mean,
and
the Invasion
bolts of
kinda
it.
gets into it, but this was the first time.
yeah, like the nuts and bolts of Unit and all and it
It's
sets up.
Liz's introduction.
It's Liz's introduction, who I didn't know I hated yet.
Did you hate her?
I didn't hate her. I just thought she was kind of bland. I just thought she was
I
kind
thought
of
she was
bland.
cool.
Well,
I
she
like her.
was a scientist. I don't remember her really doing any super science.
She was always doing sciencey stuff.
That was the
She
reason.
sat at tables. She had test tubes and
She
shit.
gets into a fight with the doctor because he wants her to be his assistant, and she doesn't want to
Okay,
be.
okay,
That's the
okay,
scene I remember.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, and baby, we've discussed this before. I don't like.
That was the way they brought Joe.
I don't like. Yeah, I do remember that.
But there's a scene in Inferno when she checks like the doctor's vital signs or something, and the Brig's like, "I'd really feel better if I got a doctor." And she's like, "I am a doctor. I have a doctor's degree. You don't need to
I
get
do
a
vaguely
doctor."
remember that. I do. I also, and here's my other defense. I do vaguely remember feeling kind of a tiny bit weepy when she left, because I remember, didn't she?
She didn't really. What happened was like when
He
the
leaves
next,
her behind, doesn't
No,
he? Leave
that's
her.
Joe. What happens is the next season starts and she's not there, and basically she leaves because of the reason
shit.
that I was saying. She was tired of
I
being.
do really was Joe that I was just talking about shit.
Wait, so it's Joe you don't like?
No, I like Joe. No, I like
Oh.
Joe. I
But
felt
the
weepy
scene when
about.
she-
No, I'm saying I felt
Oh.
weepy about
He
because
leaves
she
her
gets
behind.
married or something.
She's
Yeah.
engaged to the, I
Yeah,
think, a scientist, and
that's right.
So he
Okay,
was-
see, I don't remember a damn thing about Liz. I'm sorry. If she's still alive, she's not gonna watch this. I suppose she could be one of our 12 people. It's possible, unless she's dead.
Matt
Yeah.
Smith is doing too.
yeah.
And that made me
He's
go,
doing
Patrick,
it.
yeah.
Did he mean to do that? Is that
Oh
something
yeah.
he really
Yeah.
You
chose
know
to
the
do?
story.
No.
Okay. Well, when
Did he have a
got
recorder?
hired, no. When he got hired, David Tennant was just leaving. And unlike David Tennant, Matt Smith hadn't seen a lot of Doctor Who because it was on during his
Well, he was
childhood, it
trying out
wasn't
for
on.
Sherlock, right? That
I
was
think maybe, yeah.
like I
now
had heard
that's
he was
switched
trying
around.
out for Sherlock, and Cumberbatch was trying out for Doctor Who, and
That sounds familiar.
obviously
They got
Moffat was
swapped.
there, and he's like, "Oh no, you guys need to swap."
Yeah. Well, so Matt Smith hadn't seen a lot of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And David Tennant, as sort of like a passing the torch over gift, gave him Tomb of the Cybermen, I think it was, to watch. And Matt Smith loved it so much, and the Doctor's portrayal in it, that he's kind of took that version of the Doctor and tried to put his spin on
I mean, he's
Trout.
still done his
yeah.
own version of it,
Yeah.
but he's channeling to a lot.
Yeah, very much.
And
As much as I agree with you guys, Tomb of the Cybermen was good, and it just was like, and it's like this is why I've always had a problem with Scott, like the idea of being afraid of the Frankenstein monster. It's like, dude, he walks at like a half a mile per hour.
yeah,
Have
that's
you
my
guys
problem
ever
with
seen-
Mike Myers.
There's a movie called
Michael Myers.
Oh, Michael Myers. I'm
Sorry.
like, Mike Myers. I love him.
Sorry,
So I
Michael
married an
Myers.
ex-murderer. Yes.
That's a great movie.
That is a great movie. Anyway, sorry.
there's a movie, it's either called Zombies vs. Cockneys or Cockneys vs. Zombies. I don't
Yes, I
remember.
love that
And there's
movie.
this scene when there's a zombie after a guy in an old person's home, and he's on his walker, and they're traveling it's a chase scene, but they're traveling like in exactly the
That
same
is such a good scene. I love that.
Anything Second Doctor, I'm generally pretty happy with. There are a few real, just not good ones, but for the most part, I'm just happy if he's there.
Okay. All right.
He's my favorite.
He's
Just full disclosure, him and David Tennant are tied for my favorite.
Okay.
he's fantastic.
I think it's 3 and 4 for me. I love 3.
I understand.
But I love 4 as well. I love 4 as well.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
I'm 4 and 9.
Okay.
I understand all that.
Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't the original concept like the reason they were time traveling was to fix time, like things were going wrong or something?
That I kind of would have liked that better.
Yeah.
I remember that hearing somewhere that the original concept was like time was breaking down and they were gonna have to go and fix it, or like maybe it wasn't the original concept, but it was like a discussion of that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because there was a cartoon on Cartoon Network. It's like probably 10, 15 years ago. That was that concept.
It's a great concept.
It was a great little cartoon. Mark Hamill is in it. I can't remember the friggin' name of it, but like it was like Time Squad or something, and it was really funny. It was like, you know, this big bruiser guy and then a robot, and the robot was voiced by Mark Hamill, and it's really funny. Oh, it's a great cartoon. And like time was broken, but like the robot didn't know anything about history, and the bruiser guy was an idiot, so he didn't know anything about history. And they like picked up this little orphan kid along the way who was a history buff, so it was like they just had this kid go, okay, what's supposed to happen here? Oh, well, that's George Washington Carver, and he's supposed to invent peanut butter, but he invented zombie asparagus that's going to destroy the world instead. So we have to get him to invent peanut butter.
As soon as I get
That's funny.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was such an amazing cartoon.
I
actually, one of the years I was at San Diego, I saw Mark Hamill doing autographs somewhere. And I remember his character's name was called the Larry 3000. And like he's signing these autographs for like Star Wars. And I walked by and I'm like, Larry 3000! And he looked at me and he's like, yes! He like gave me a thumbs up. And they went back to what he was doing, but I got like
everyone's getting like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, but like that was when the cartoon was on, and I was really into that cartoon at the time.
I'm sure he really appreciated that.
Yeah, someone like recognized
like voiceover actors, which he's sort of very large.
It is actually just called Time Squad. We're waiting for
because they're not even shooting, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
I feel like if they were,
I've heard rumors, but I don't. But it's like from people who are saying that Chris Marshall was going to be the next Doctor, so I don't know.
What's the
I don't. It's an actor who I don't know. British
yeah,
actor,
some guy.
Okay.
I've heard a couple rumors. Nobody I recognize though.
I want the BBC to say it, and then I'll believe it, because
right, of course, yeah.
We were being let off into a lead.
It would be nice to actually have the companion introduced in the Christmas episode too. That'd be nice.
You know what would be cool would be if like they've secretly been filming and like they bring it back in like February or March and everyone just has no idea. Like they've just somehow been able to keep it super secret. Because I'd be so against what the BBC does.
Yeah.
For those of you at home, Ken is in denial. He doesn't understand that we are in the information age.
I'm just... No, you can do shit secretly.
I know.
You absolutely could.
I know, it's true.
They actually did a pretty good job with Jodie Whittaker. I wonder if they were sort of like purposely leaking false information. Yeah.
Maybe.
And maybe that's what's happening with the companion.
They have this like department as part of the BBC that's like the counterintelligence part of it. I like it. This week we're gonna release that Christopher Eccles is gonna come back.
Oh, that would be really
Damn you, Christopher Eccleston. Just come back.
He's never gonna come back.
I know, he's such a jerk.
Disused Yeti?